Hello, hello, evolutionary women from around the world. It is Catherine here, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Sarah Perrin-Volk from the United Kingdom, who is one of our Jiffy Award nominees and a very, very fresh entrepreneur over the last couple of years because of the pandemic. So, Sarah, tell us who you are and what your stand is in the world.
Hi, thank you, Catherine. It's really great to be here and having this chat with you. And thank you for the opportunity. Really, I've worked in corporate fashion for many years, doing different design roles. And before the pandemic, I gave my job up. I thought I don't want to do corporate anymore. I want to do some home projects. I had a house renovation to work on. I want to be at home with my daughter more. She needs me. And then I'll go back and I'll be freelance and I'll do some freelance work. And then fast forward 1 year later, we're all stuck at home. I'm in my new house. My daughter's at home being schooled by me. And I thought, blimey, my industry fell apart. Like there was no jobs. All of a sudden, people were laying everyone off. And I thought, well, I'll just hang fire. I'd always wanted to do something freelance. And what I found was actually I've got a broad range of skills. I've worked in design, I've worked in development, I've worked with factories, I've traveled a lot, I've done all sorts of different bits of the process. And I thought I could set up a little agency. I could set up my own business. So that's what I found myself doing.
Amazing.
Just felt very lonely at home initially and started reaching out to people, getting reconnected with old colleagues, people that I knew in the industry. And it's just snowballed from there really in I would say the last year particularly.
So tell us a little bit about the business in terms of the impact that you're creating through the business, the kind of design behind it, like because you could start any business, right? So this
Yeah.
particular one called you. Why?
Yeah, well, I feel that the industry's in a lot of turmoil. Anyone working in the fashion industry will know this. There's apart from the pandemic, obviously, which has impacted us and our supply chains, there's this huge conversation about what are we doing? Like this throwaway fashion, this fast fashion thing that's going on. People buying clothes, throwing them away. People burning clothes that are surplus to requirements, or branded product that shouldn't be sold on other markets, and it's just so wasteful. Not only in the consumer side of it, but also the production side of it, and even the farming. And I think there's a whole load of us for us all to learn there. And it's just starting to hit the retailer, this conversation. And I wanted to work in the industry with a sustainable message. I don't want to go back to the corporate pile it high, sell it cheap, or make more money, or more is better philosophy, which has really dominated in the last decades really. I wanted to bring my skills, which has actually meant I've learned a lot, because I've started diving into looking at sustainability in fashion. What are the regulations, and finding factories that adhere to them, and being able to introduce them to people. And it's informing all of my design skills as well. So I want to essentially provide services for people who want garments designed with sustainability in mind, source fabrics from that kind of a background, and having them made in factories that adhere to global standards for all of those things, sustainability and ethics.
I love how you're really raising the level of consciousness around this whole topic of fashion, because last week I put on a top that I bought in 1999 in Montreal.
Fabulous.
And it's like, I'll probably have it another 20 years because it's still pretty much the same as 20 years ago, but it's like so much more rare. It's like that's so much more the exception rather than the rule. But I know for me consciously, there's a lot more joy. I get a lot more joy in buying one thing that's high quality, that's made sustainably with high quality fabrics that are natural by people that I know are being treated well. And like having that, like wearing that makes me, and holding on to it for 20, 30, 40 years, like makes me so happy, like really makes me come alive. And imagine if people could just walk around with that feeling like every day, knowing that they made a great decision, feeling great, knowing they made other people feel great. And it's such a beautiful, thank you, Sarah, for bringing this to the world.
Well, I think it's really important, and exactly what you say. It's like bringing that level of consciousness to people about what they're wearing. You know, there's definitely a culture around new is better, new is nice, new makes me look good. And the conversation I want people to start having is, you know, building a wardrobe for life, building, you know, and being proud of that, and being proud of the fact that they've had a garment for so long, and they've, you know, it's a good quality piece, and like you say, having joy in it. And I think a lot of that conversation and that feeling around clothing is not there for a lot of people, and I think we need to bring it back. Definitely. I've got
Mhm.
clothes that my mum wore when I was a child, and I've inherited them from her. And yeah, in fact,
That's
you've made me think
awesome.
of a post I want to do on LinkedIn now about my top, my favorite top that my mum gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, garments can hold memories and
yeah,
DNA, literally and figuratively.
yeah.
I mean, they really can kind of be living, breathing things. I think her name is Marie Kondo, the Japanese lady who's all into like, well, actually, she's into decluttering. She's actually into removing the crap, so like the joy remains. But
Spark joy.
what
Yeah.
what if we didn't create crap? Like we just consciously bought. So actually,
Mm.
we wouldn't have to declutter.
Yeah.
You know, we'd just be
Yeah, yeah.
buying. I guess you got to go through the process at both, you know, you got to come at it from both directions. But how, for women who would love to connect with you, who want to hear like when your collection is coming out, or just how can they like get on a waiting list, or like, you know, let me know when I can buy something, like how should they connect with you?
Well, they can connect with me through my website, which is www.rockfalconstudio.com. And that's a little bit about me, some links to my portfolio of work, and some more information about the factories that I work with.
Amazing.
And they
So
can
I've
contact
put the
me there.
link. Yeah, I've put the link
Yeah.
in the chat so you can connect with Sarah. Keep a lookout for Sarah. So she's nominated for a Jiffy Evolutionary Women Entrepreneur Award. You can still nominate a woman. I'm sure you're feeling inspired by Sarah. So look at who you know, who are the women entrepreneurs that really inspire you, like Sarah, and you can nominate them by next week. So get nominating, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, our winner of our awards last year was nominated by her husband. So I am looking to the gentleman too. Everyone nominate. And Sarah, thank you so much for bringing this important conversation to the world. It's really, it really sparks joy in
Great.
me. And you're such a transformational powerhouse. So look forward to connecting with you again soon. And we will see y'all later.
Great.
Take
Thank you.
care. Bye.